Hi, I'm Justin Sheen, and I'm here with David Michael, who has a great story about the Indy 500 and his involvement. David, can you tell your story?
I graduated from New Haven High School in '65. I was in the New Haven band here from '64 to '65, and then went to Purdue and continued on in the band and was in the New Haven or the Purdue band from 1965 to 1969. And the Purdue band marches at the beginning of the Indianapolis 500 mile race, and they march around the track and play Back Home Again in Indiana, and Jim Neighbors sings as we're playing. But each year at the beginning of the race they release many multicolored balloons at the beginning of the race that you may have seen on TV. But in 1966, that was the 50th running of the Indianapolis 500 mile race, and for that occasion they used gold helium balloons.
Oh.
And to release them they had the Purdue band members each tie balloons to their shoulders. So as we were marching around the track we had the gold balloons on our shoulders, and then at the time that it came to release the balloons they had us untie them, and the 600 gold balloons went into the air from the 300 band members. So that was a memorable
That sounds like a nice spectacle. I mean, just seeing
my
all
life,
those balloons.
seeing all those gold balloons go up from the track on the 50th race.
And like you said, you were a band member in the Purdue, and the Purdue, like you said, they actually played it Back Home Again. Just that whole experience, being at the Indy 500, being in front of all those fans of the race, how'd that feel?
Being down there on the track where we are right next to the cars before they actually go out of the pits, and seeing the drivers around there getting in their cars, seeing the pit members around there, you feel like you're really right where it's happening. You're right on the brick strip, the starting line, and celebrities are walking around. And so,
Did you meet any of the celebrities?
not personally, no. The 500 parade is the day before in Indianapolis, and the Purdue band always participates in that. And so we would see the celebrities riding on their floats in that parade.
Sounds very interesting. And just with the whole thing, I know you kind of talked about, but your favorite part just of being down in the Indy 500 back in the 60s, and just that whole aura around it.
Well, being a band officer, we got pit passes, and so after we left the track area and put our instruments away, some of us could come back and stand right behind the wall where the pit was just on the other side. I'm not sure they allow people to do that anymore for safety reasons, but at that time we could, so we were just a few feet from the cars coming in to make their pit stop. So that was very memorable. Now the band didn't get very good seats. They sat inside the third turn, and so all you could see was the cars flashing by. So we didn't have very good seats to watch the whole race, but from the pylon you could keep track of who was in what place, and being there and hearing the roar of the engines, the cars whizzing by, it just made it a very memorable event.
And it sounds good, and that's just a great story. I mean, being in the actual, just whole part of the Indy 500 celebration, and just being a part of that band, the Purdue Boilermaker band, that's just a great story. I just want to thank you, David Michael, for providing us with just a great memory of the Indy 500. And once again, I'm Justin Sheen for NewHaven500.com and NewHavenBulletin.com.